And now, your host, Jaguar Miss!
Come on down, ladies and gentlemen, to play Confess or Hang. This contestant is a judge with a killer after ego. Give your souls and pride to Mr. Hathorne.
What is going on, huh?
Our next contestant is known to be a saint, but not on the DL, where she is a whore. Give a round of applause for Abigail Williams.
Hello, boys.
Finally, let's look at our contestant coming from 10 miles out of town. This contestant is a young, strapping guy. His name is John Proctor.
Well, hello. Glad to be here.
First up on the rope for questioning. Abigail, you had these hallucinations of evil spirits and a big yellow bird. Were you watching Sesame Street?
No, I saw the bird that was not from Sesame Street. How dare you think it was a joke? Mary Warren's spirit was attacking me.
Okay, so then why did you skip town and steal from the Reverend?
I was being threatened for my life by the spirits and hidden among the people, so I left. I was in danger.
Well, did you truly love John Proctor, since you did leave town before his hanging?
I loved him in a way he made me feel physically in the barn.
Did you truly love John, since you did leave town before his hanging?
I loved him in the way he made me feel physically in the barn. I couldn't bear to see myself without him.
John obviously rejects you now, so why can't you just take the hint?
I just can't get over the time he made me feel like a woman when I was at his service.
Okay, PG-13, please. How do you feel about all the people you condemned to their deaths?
I will not take the blame for their deaths. They are witches. They are witches, I tell you.
Okay, Miss Williams, follow me.
Don't touch my breast.
Come here, just follow me, follow me. Okay. Mr. Hathorne, why could you not see that the girls were tricking you the whole time?
They were not. I stayed with my results of the trial.
Hathorne, you need to wash your hands of this dirt.
That's because your mom had me in the garden.
Damn. Why did you want Proctor to confess?
So we could get the truth and turn them back to God.
At what point did you stop the trial, since the girls did keep saying other spirits were after them?
The girls were traumatized and were fearful, so they started imagining things.
Then how weren't the other spirits imagined?
The people were guilty by spectral evidence and other such ways of guilt.
Even if a puppet was made in court and admitted to be made by one of the girls?
Blasphemy, I say.
Order in the court, Judge. Proctor, why did you try to show the girls were frauds?
Abigail was trying to get me and my wife killed so she can finesse me.
What is your backstory, in your words, of you and Abby?
Years ago when I was immature, she persuaded me to do the dirty with her. I'm ashamed of my lechery.
For this sin, why didn't you go to church then to try to get God's forgiveness then?
I'm busy farming and making racks for my family. My wife spends all of her time in the kitchen so she can't help me through my work time.
About your wife. Do you love your wife truly?
Yes, I do, but she could not satisfy me like Abigail could.
Then why did you try to save her, putting yourself at risk?
She makes one mean tuna casserole. I could not get that out of my life.
Then why didn't you just confess rather than hang?
My good Christian name is worth more than life itself. I cannot live like the rest of them.
Breaking news. We now have a report of a crowd protesting in Andover over the results of the Salem trials and the witch hunts that have occurred in their town. A crowd of roughly 200 townspeople have surrounded the town hall and are demanding justice for the unlawful deaths of the 19 or so and the protection from false accusations. We now also are receiving word that they also want Judge Hathorne removed from his position. The crowd is rowdy and a riot is likely to start. The local authorities are now responding to take control of the situation. Judge Hathorne, how do you feel about this in your personal well-being at this point?
Well, I have no concern. God will save the right, and I can take care of it just fine.
Not at all. Does this change your view of the trials at all?
Not at all. I am 30 years at the bar and a good Christian. I am faithful and strong in my convictions.
We have just received update on the riot in Andover. It has now turned into a riot, and property is being damaged. The town hall has caught fire, and a chant is being said but not clear enough to make out. The authorities have arrived, and fighting has started between the rioters and the authorities. We now take it back to our regularly scheduled program. Judge, what is your response to the riot that has occurred?
May justice have mercy on their souls, and they seek God's forgiveness. When this is all over,
Now for the finale. Everyone to the gallows.
where is that whore Abby at?
Such a freaky girl, I love it.
It seems that she has skipped town for the hangings, and I am short $10. Proctor, you are guilty of witchcraft. Hathorne, you are innocent, but still a terrible judge.
Any last words, Proctor?
Our Father,